Today we're having a look at a frequency table. So we can see in this question it says the number of children in each of 50 families in a certain district was recorded. So we have a list of 50 numbers. So 1 child in that family, 3 children in that family, 4 children in that family, and so on. So we can see below we have a frequency table which organizes the data for us a little better. So number of families, 4 families had 1 child, 9 families had 2 children, 10 families had 3 children, 13 families had 4 children, and so on. Okay, I want you to associate number of families with this word, frequency. Okay, so how many? How many? Okay. So supposing we weren't told that there are 50 families and we were asked how many families were surveyed. We'll start 4 families plus 9 families, that's 13, plus 10, that's 23 families, plus 13, that's 36 families, plus 8, that's 44 families, plus 4, 48 families, plus 2, 50 families, okay? So we add the frequency. So we're just going to have a quick look up here. This symbol means the sum, which means to add, and the sum of f. F stands for frequency. So the sum of the frequency equals 50. Okay, if you answer that question for me, I will expect you to write out 4 plus 9 and so on, but I have limited space here on my screen. Okay, so the next question might be, find the total number. Actually, I'm going to do it down here because I will need the space. Find the total number of children in the district. Okay, so 4 families had 1 child, so that's 4 times 1. Okay, that's 4 children. 9 families had 2 children. Okay, keep following me on the table here. So that's 18 children. 10 families had 3 children. 13 families had 4 children. 8 families had 5 children. 4 families had 6 children. 2 families had 7 children. Okay, so that's a long list. Your calculator will help you out there. And when I put it into calculator, I found that there are 182 children in the district or parish or community or whatever area was surveyed. Okay, the next question you might be asked is the mode. Okay, the mode of the data. So in this case, the mode means which number of children is the most common, okay, in a family. So we can see here that 13 families have 4 children. So the mode is 4. That's because 13 families have 4 children. So that's the highest frequency. The highest frequency. A common mistake there would be to write 13 for your answer. Okay, part 4. We might be asked to find the mean, okay, the average. Of course, we could come up here to the top, even though we're not usually given this information. We could take all those 50 numbers, add them together, and divide by 50. Okay, that's going to take a lot of time. The chances of making a mistake there are high. So we can use the data we've already organized. First of all, we know that there are 182 children, and we know that there are 50 families. So the formula for the mean looks like this. The sum of f times x divided by the sum of f. So remember, we have the sum of f up here, and what we've done in part 2 is the sum of f times x. So that's an f multiplied by x, that's an f multiplied by x, that's an f multiplied by x, and so on. And the sum of that means to add up each one, so we added each one as we went along. So to calculate this, the sum of f times x is 182 divided by 50. Okay, you'll use the fraction button on your calculator and you get the answer of 3.64. Okay, so this means that 3.64 children per family. Okay, so the average number of children per family, or the mean number of children per family. Okay, we're going to calculate one more thing. I'm going to bring part 5 back up here. So suppose you ask a question about percentages. So what percentage of families had, let's say, 6 children? So we look at 6 children. 4 families had 6 children. 4 families out of 50 families. When we put that into the calculator as a fraction, it simplifies to 2 out of 25. We can press the SD button to get a decimal, 0.08. And if we multiply by 100, or maybe we can see it straight off, we know that's 8%. So 8% of families had 6. I'm going to write kids for short there because I'm running out of room.